Good evening. How you guys doing out there? Good evening, good evening, good evening. This is our last show for the week. This is Friday, January 30th, 2026. Right now I'm in snowy Nashville area right now. And the weather is I know it's at the end of it. I know the temperature is supposed to be dropping here tonight, so I'm not sure what temperature is supposed to be at for the night. I will check it. I will check it out later on before I go to sleep. I am exhausted working and all that stuff, and I the show tonight, I'm gonna try to push through this show. Is we're talking about the New England Patriots and the Seattle Seahawks, the two teams that's remaining to win an NFL championship. Guys, I put the link in the StreamYard link in the comments. If you guys want to come on and talk about this, and otherwise, we're going to talk about it. At first, we're going to. I was letting you guys know that I put the video I put out yesterday. I had promoted the video and it's already gone kind of viral. Like it will gain about, I'll say, close to about 300 views in about 45 minutes. The video, I mean, the video is about Dr. Umar Johnson softball interviews. If you guys want to check that out, help me hit let that video continue to go viral. Hit the like, share, and subscribe on all the videos. Um, just for your support, and if you want to support the program, the link is in the description. Not the, yeah, all the information is in the description. In my description on YouTube. I'm sorry. Trying to push through, guys. Trying to push through. Yeah. And my Cash App and my PayPal information is up there if you want to support the program. If you don't support it, that's fine too, because I just want to put this work out here, you know. So let's talk about this AFC NFC Championship game. I'm sorry, AFC NFC Championship recap by the New England Patriots. We're going to talk about them first. They beat the Denver Broncos 10-7 on Sunday, which was to me a sloppy game. Um, the score was 10-7, final score, and then the final score for the Seattle LA Rams game, it was Seattle 31, LA Rams 27. I would just say something about this game before we continue. The Rams had about three extra chances to win this game, especially their final drive. Instead of going for it on fourth down, they should have got the points. Because I believe if they would have got the points at the 3 points, they'd have made it 31-30. And then I could see Seattle would have been more conservative. They would have probably been more conservative at that spot afterwards. But by them being up by four, they just said, let's take it home. Let's take this game. Let's take this. They take us to the Super Bowl in San Francisco in 2 weeks from now. Not this Sunday, but the following Sunday on February 9th on, I believe it's CBS or NBC, but I'll have to check it. I'll let you guys know. And next week, just to let you guys know, I'm gonna push that show up because it says 8 p.m., but it's I might do it on. I'm gonna push it up. I'll probably do it on Thursday. I'm trying to see if I could do it on Thursday because I notice, on Fridays, especially on being on the road, It's I'm just like worn out, so I might just push it to Thursday afternoon around I'll say 1 o'clock. And yeah, I'm gonna let you know. Also Monday, um we're gonna have a show Monday. I don't have a title yet. I'm just thinking about a lot of stuff with the show to talk about on Monday because we're gonna do a show Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, and Thursday. That's probably gonna be our 4 days to do a show. Um, Friday, I would like to do the show on Friday. I might still do the show on Friday. I would just right now. I'm just gonna keep it up as 8 p.m. But I might push the time up to maybe six at best, 6 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. And if you're in the Midwest, that's five in the Midwest. Um, yeah, but continue on this game right here. The Rams had multiple opportunities to win this game. They had multiple opportunities. They had all that. They had multiple opportunities to win. I'm trying to get my train of thought here. I'm sorry, guys. Um, yeah, they had multiple opportunities to win this game. It was 31-27, but they shot themselves in the foot. Yeah, the Rams, I believe, they shot themselves in the foot, and um 31-27 is the final score of this game right here. Now, we're going to talk about both teams that's in the Super Bowl right now. The Seattle Seahawks, they was 14-3. Number one, the number one seed. I'm sorry, I'm watching I'm watching an old program, The Cosby Show, and I'm just it was just a funny moment that just happened. But yeah, the Seattle Seahawks, they the number one seed in the NFC overall. They're 14-3. They're the NFC West champions, and I was shocked. I am so shocked about this team overall, how they played in the season because I'm like 14-3. I thought at first, 14-3. I'm like, this team is a mirage. They had got the bye. They beat the crap out of San Francisco, and they squeaked by the Rams. So yeah, I just the way how they played during the regular season, I just thought at first it was just a myth, but this team is for real. The coach McDonald, I can't remember his first name, but the coach and the quarterback Sam Darnold, he actually had a good season for them, and his journey the last 2-3 years has been wonderful to watch. And I know the Jets right now is really kicking themselves in the foot because when they drafted him at in 2016, it was 2016 or 17 or even 18. No, I think believe it was 18 when they drafted him. They just threw him out to the wolves. They didn't have proper coaching for him. They thought he would be the next Peyton Manning out there, and he was just a total flop for them. And he had to go to other teams just to learn the way. And then once he got to San Francisco, he learned the system. He said that basically by him being on the bench for a whole year, he had to learn. He learned how to play football again. Because he was under Shanahan, and then he went to with Kevin O'Connell, the coach for Minnesota. He's all offensive genius. And then Clint Kubiak, He's the OC. He was the OC for Minnesota last year, and then he went with Darnold to Seattle. Now's a good chance. Whoever I'll try to see which coaching jobs is still out there, but we're going to do that, as well after. We're going to talk about that as well after the Super Bowl. I want to see where he goes because Clint Kubiak, I believe he could be a good coach like his father was. His father was a great offensive coordinator as well with the Denver Broncos, and also he was the backup quarterback for John Elway back in the days. So Darnold, he's having a tremendous season. Um, I'm trying to see who's going to be Clint if Clint Kubiak if he stays, that's going to be good. That's going to be a good. That really is a good relationship already with Donald and Kubiak. The 2 years they've been together. So yeah, Seattle 14-3, like I said, number one seed. Um, they won the NFC West. They were their defense was like they were the top notch defense this year in the league, and they got a pass rush too. So really, it's going to be interesting to see the Super Bowl how this game turned out. And now let's talk about the NFC champions, the New England Patriots. Wow, excuse me. I'm shocked about the Patriots as well. 14-3. I thought by them getting Mike Vrabel, Josh McDaniels, bringing him back. I thought they'll probably be maybe a 7 to 8 win team at most. That's what I thought. But by the time they got the 7 wins, excuse me. By the time they got the 7 wins, they was already halfway through the season. So Mike Vrabel, coach of the year, which I believe he will be. And then you have Drake May. He had a Pro Bowl year. 40. He had over 4,000 yards passing. The first time since Tom Brady, and he had he was third in he was third among quarterbacks in rushing yards of 424 yards rushing for a quarterback. That's only players that he was trailing was Josh Allen and even the kid's name Jackson Dart from the Giants. And he was trailing those two, and yeah, he had a great season. New England overall had a great season. You know, Drake May. You know, he's blossomed to a star. So I'm intrigued to see this game next Sunday. New England, like I said, they the AFC East champions. They went 5-1 in the AFC East, 9-0 on the road, guys. Let's listen to this: 9-0 on the road. That's never happened before. It's the first. New England's the first team to ever do this. The last time they broke their own record actually, 'cause they went 8-0, I believe. What year was it? Let me see. I seen it. It was they went 8-0 in the year they won the Super Bowl in 2016. That's the last time they went undefeated on the road. They broke their own record. Man, it never happened. It never happened. Now it's 9-0. So they did it twice. So they broke their own record. 8-0, 2016, 2025, 9-0. Um, they were number 2 seed in the playoffs, ranking number 2 only right behind Denver. And Denver, to me, they was an overrated number 1. That's why I believe New England had that shot to beat them. So like I said, the Patriots and the Seahawks. That's next Sunday. And I believe Seattle was actually favored by 4 points. They're a 4-point favorite in that game. I won't give you my pick till next week when we do that next show, guys. I'm gonna put, like I said, I got the link in here. If you want to come on next week, I'm gonna put the link in the chat as well. Um, yeah. I don't really have much else to say about it. I'm just waiting. Friday next week, I'm gonna give you my results on this game right here. It's gonna be, I believe it's gonna be a good one. It's gonna be a close one, but I don't know who's gonna win yet. So, you know, um, yeah, you know, uh, what else I have to say? Otherwise, that's it, guys. It's just, it's a short show. I wanted to come on at 6:30, but I was eating dinner and I was still on the road and stuff. So it's calling to let you. I'm calling, but I'm on here now to let you guys know that. And look out for me. Look out for my shows next week. Monday, I'm looking for something to do. I don't know yet, but I will post it in the chat, not in the chat, but on YouTube on Monday. It's probably gonna be like around 11, even maybe 10 or 11 a.m. on Monday. And yeah, that's it. But otherwise, guys, have a good night wherever you are. If you're in the north, east, stay safe up there. We got that blizzard going on, and it's that, and in New York City, it's real cold. I have just got off the phone with my a good friend of mine. He told me right now it was only 6 degrees outside. So he works for DOT up there in the city. And I just say, guys, if you're up there in the north, Midwest, wherever the storm is coming, just stay safe and stay home. All right, guys. And in Miami, I heard the temperatures is really dropping on Sunday. It's supposed to be in the 20s. I think the high supposed to be like 23 in Fort Lauderdale, I believe. I've seen it. Like, wow, that's crazy. That's what people don't believe in. Some people say they don't believe in global warming, but look what happened. But yeah, guys, yeah. But next week, I'll talk to you then. Otherwise, stay safe. Peace out. All right. Have a great weekend.